To get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Barnes.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. And for Sacramento, Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Len in at the center position. Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. To the wing right side. Barnes against Vucevic. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Hield against Fournier. Hield with the bucket.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Fox. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Orlando now. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Sacramento grabs the miss. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Well, you said it. I mean, often it's the teams that are in the middle of the pack in their conference which more accurately show the conference's strength than a team at the top or the bottom. At least that's how I like to look at it.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
And here are the Kings now. The Magic getting the bucket. It's stolen by Aminu. That's tipped. Fournier in the corner. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Even when the defense is right up in Fournier, he's still tricky down inside. Constantly figures out ways to keep the defense guessing.
For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Suns in Phoenix. Here's Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. For Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Aminu. At the elbow, Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. The 11-footer. And it's Gordon missing. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. Trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
The Kings have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. So the Kings call timeout, their first. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is it?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
Hield can't hit.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And Aminu kicks to Gordon. The pass to Fultz. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
You know, Fultz handles contact really well for a young player. Excellent at staying under control and then finishing through the contact.
The Kings trail by 6. Left side Fox. And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Fournier. Vucevic against Len. Vucevic gets double teamed. Clock at 6. Rejected by Len. Outside. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon, reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Barnes finds Len with his first shot attempt. No good, shot missing. So Orlando will take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
And here is Fox. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Fox against Aminu. At the elbow, Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. Shoots over Len. Finds the open look, and it's on target. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Heel after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the court.
Fultz looking around. Outside Gordon. Here's Aminu. Can't cash in from close range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now Aminu. Harrison Barnes missing on the three. Loud pass to Bagley and finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
Now here's Fultz. 8 points his last outing. Fournier finds Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And that's just an example and display of strength from Vucevic. I mean, just overpowering whoever's in his path.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Jabari Parker's checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Bogdanovic in for Heel. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Ross is checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Mark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. 9 points last game out. Again, the miss by the Kings. Orlando leading by 7. Down low, Birch kicks to Augustine. Back to Birch. Pass to Isaac. Here's Bamba on the money with the shot from the left block. And the Magic lead by 9.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Now here's Joseph. Pass to Parker. 13 feet away. And Bamba pulls it down. The Magic have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Here's Ross. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Joseph kicks to Parker. Back to Joseph. 6 to shoot. To end the run, Bagley with a wide open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Bagley's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Augustine against Joseph. Now here's Ross. D right on him. Here's Birch. Good D by Parker. The Kings trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bogdanovic dishes to Bagley. The shot, no good.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Here's Bamba. Bagley with the block.
and a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the pass to Parker. Top of the key, Bagley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
First free throw is good. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
Now here is Augustine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now here's Isaac. He's covered by Bielitsa. Pass to Birch. Parker with the steal. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Magic.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale, and that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
How about this clear example of perseverance? I mean, he's in his 8th season before he makes an All-Star game in 2019. Nikola Vucevic just stayed with it, continued to get better.
Now here's Parker. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Free throw good by Parker.
The exceptional Parker will only continue to get better over time. I mean, he has tremendous drive to be one of the all-time greats.
Now here is Augustine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Ross. Back to Augustine. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Bogdanovic. Out to the right wing. And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Sacramento shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And the Kings making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Orlando leading by 7. Augustine looking around. The pass to Vucevic. Unloads from 9, and he overshot that one, missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Isaac with the steal, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And so it's Orlando ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Bogdanovich out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Bagley in at the center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings.
For Sacramento, Jabari.
First one falls for him. Players are sure racking up a lot of miles, Clark. A lot of games, a lot of flights, a lot of late nights, early mornings. But in some ways, it must be easier these days than it was, say, 20 years ago when you were playing.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights and 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. Heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
Vucevic to the pass to Ross. Count the basket. And the Magic lead by 9.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Bazemore with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Vucevic. Six on the shot clock. So the wing on the left. Here's Birch. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Second chance shot, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, really love the second effort on the glass from Parker. This guy never gives up on the offensive glass.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. Lenz checked in for the Kings. Fox comes in for Joseph. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Free throw no good for Parker.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
Fultz, he's checked in for Orlando. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with the guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Now, here's Fox. Defense right on him. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
And the shot goes down. The Kings trail by 9. Here's Fox. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Up top, Bazemore. He's guarded by Ross.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Fox goes in. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 6.
The handles of Fox, nasty. Remarkable at carving through the defense and creating shot opportunities for himself.
Now Fultz. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Gordon. Up and in on the layup. Gordon's got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Fox passes to Bazemore. A floater. Fox, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
What a jam!
Are you kidding me? Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunny, but creative slam dunk artist.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. Fultz brings the... Bazemore against Ross. A 3 from Bogdanovich. That shot no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Now here's Fultz. Guarded by Fox. Fultz the pass to Ross. Loose. Shot clock at 5. Passes to Gordon. Sacramento grabs the miss. Parker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Heald comes in for Kent Bazemore. The Kings trail by 11. Heald outside. Outside, Fox. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
The Kings have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the second free throw, good. Orlando leading by 10. And here's Fultz. Outside Gordon. Back to Fultz. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Fultz has got his second bucket of the night.
And you got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
Now, here's Fox. He has 7. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for Alex Len. Free throw good, Fox.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Fultz. Guarded by Fox. Aminu. Great positioning on the putback. And the Magic lead by 11.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Gordon kicks to Fournier. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Heald outside. Fires for 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fultz the pass to Aminu. To the inside. Shoots from the right block. Bamba's shot is off. The Kings trail by 13. Shot by Heald. Nobody around. Sacramento again missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Magic shooting very well. 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Fultz with the ball. Right side, Fournier takes a three.
When Parker's in the area, I mean, shooters have to be careful. I mean, his athleticism and wingspan really help alter a number of shots.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hield's got his third bucket of the night. Magic leading by 11. Here's Fultz. Pass to Bamba. Fournier in the corner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Fournier. Mark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
And there's the pass to Fox. Floats one up. 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And here are the Kings now. Fournier with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Pass to Gordon. Inside, Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
The Kings trail by 15. Hield outside. Passes it to Barnes. The kick out to Fox. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Fox has got 12 in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to Aminu. Now here's Gordon, covered by Barnes. Low block shot on the way. And it's Gordon missing. And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. It's a 13-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. The kick out to Barnes. Over Aminu. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Bagley. Barnes has got his first 2 points of the night.
Barnes, the experienced player that he is, good at not letting the defense bother his shot.
Outside Fournier. Now the pass to Aminu. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Gordon. Over Bielitsa. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Hey, it's pretty simple. When Gordon is connecting like he is now, I mean, you got to keep getting the ball to him. He often takes high-quality shots.
The Kings trail by 13. Fox looking it over. Left side, Bagley. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Fournier dishes to Augustine. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Fox. Aminu against Barnes. Here's Bagley. And Bamba pulls it down.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Healed against Fournier. Outside, Fox. Just 5 to shoot. Sacramento again missing. Magic leading by 13, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You take a look at Hield. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Outside Fournier. Bamba inside. Working on Bagley. Bamba's shot is off.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Fox. Good on the bucket. Fox has got 14.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon, Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. The first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He had 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, the big question with Aaron Gordon has been the shooting. He's better now, stretched the floor a little bit. But what you really like, athleticism, especially at the rim.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was static. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. Bagley finds Fox. Now here's Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The wide open look here for Fox. No good with the triple. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And both free throws good for Vucevic. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Outside, Fox. Here's the floater. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely over Barnes. A second chance effort. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Pass to Fultz. Gordon against Hield. Shoots a fader in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. The first free throw is good. Terrence Ross is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Kings trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Clock at 6. Ross kicks to Fultz. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Buddy Hield. third in free throw percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And he possesses so much confidence when he's at the line. You mentioned his free throw accuracy, third best right now in the NBA, and he's earned it. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Parker comes in for Bagley, and it's Bogdanovich in for Buddy Hield.
And he's just such a smart shooter as Parker. Noticing the defense was backing off of him just a little too much, he took advantage of it and made them pay dearly.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now Fox. He's got 14. Out to the right wing. Parker's shot is off. Here's Birch. Covered by Barnes. Birch the pass to Fultz. Back to Birch. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his third assist on the night.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Parker outside. Barnes outside. The teardrop falls in. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
Yep, Barnes so effective at using his ball handling to get around the defense. Crafty at getting to his spot.
Pass to Birch. Let's go. Excellent D there from Parker.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Isaac passes to Birch. Over Len. Len with the block. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Fox, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And that one drops for him. Birch has got 6.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
The Kings trail by 20. And here is Fox. He's got 14. Looking to get it going. He lays it in. 16 points for him.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Now here's Fultz. Ross with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now, here's Fox. Guarded by Fultz. Fox, no good.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Vucevic down low. Guarded by Len, and it's Vucevic missing. The Kings shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. And that one's good, Barnes.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
Here's Fultz. Pass to Ross. He dishes it to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. Here's Birch. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Birch has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
The Kings trail by 20. Outside, Fox. Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
That's good from Barnes.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Alex Landon. Ken Bazemore comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox. Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Isaac. Second chance shot. Bamba kicks to Ross. And stolen by Bazemore. Here's Parker. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Orlando leading by 18. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
On defense, Orlando. Parker outside. Now Bazemore. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Barnes passes to Bielitsa. Bazemore for 3.
Ross is very dependable as a defender, somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
Fultz dishes to Bamba. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Bagley.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
Parker outside. The kick out to Barnes. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, the speed of Fultz. He loved that. Excellent at getting to the rim and drawing the foul.
First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good from Fultz. And the Kings making a change here. Bagley's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac, and Fournier subbed in for Terrence Ross. Both shots good from the stripe.
And, you know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
Outside, Bagley. Parker inside. He's against Gordon. Parker's shot is off.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And there's the pass to Birch. To the paint. Here's Fournier. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Fournier's got 10 points. The Kings trail by 19. Outside, Joseph. Lets it go from 14. And that one's good. Parker, 11 points in the game.
Whenever Parker has a look from mid-range, he's going to take it. I mean, he's a very capable shooter from that distance.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Gordon. Here's Fultz. That three off the mark. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
He kicks it to Gordon. Bamba against Bagley. Clock at 4. Unloads from 13. Bagley with the block. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. It's stolen by Fultz. Outside Fournier. Back to Fultz. The three. Fournier's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Joseph against Gordon. Bielitsa inside. The dish to Bazemore. 5 to shoot. Here's Joseph. Misses off the left iron.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Fires it up. Got a piece of it.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Parker, right side. Shot clock at 5. Over Gordon. Parker's shot is off. And it's Gordon penetrating. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
And so it's Orlando out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. That's at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Parker, and it's Bagley in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Fournier for 3. Good D by Heel. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Trailing by 17. Heel kicks to Fox. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Fox has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Kings. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely, and it's Amino in the corner. Over Bielitsa, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Outside, Bagley. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
That's his second position. At the line of the magic, Markel Fultz taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Sacramento. Alex Lenz checked in for Bielitsa. And it's Bogdanovich in for Jabari Parker. He's off on the second.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
To the inside, Gordon. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And finished off by Bagley.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Bamba passes to Fournier. Lets it go with the 3. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
That's Fournier's specialty. The long-distance bomb that really hand-ties defenses.
And here is Fox. Passes it to Len. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Now here's Fultz. Aminu with it. Picked up by Bagley. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And the Magic lead by 15. The Kings have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Len dishes to Heel. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
We all know Hill can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Both free throws good from Hield. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
The Kings trail by 15. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Bogdanovich. Bamba with the block. Fournier goes in. Rebound by the Kings.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Magic leading by 15. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boom! At over 7 feet tall with bounce, Bamba, a great option for the alley-oop.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. On the wing, Hield. Again, the miss by the Kings. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Pass Pass to Gordon. Over Bogdanovich. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Here's Fox. His three-pointers off the mark. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Fox against Fournier, just 5 on the clock. The pass to Fultz. From 20 feet out. Here's Bamba. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here's Fox. Guarded by Fultz. Fox, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Trying to end the drought. No good on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Now here's Fultz, guarded closely, and he converts the layup. Fultz has got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Barnes is checked in for the Kings. Time to change for the Magic. Vucevic is checked in. Bagley kicks to Barnes. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Barnes. And that's now 20 points for De'Aaron Fox. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Hield can't hit. Magic leading by 17. Here's Fournier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, the deceptively long reach of Fournier, he really extends his release going into the defense off the drive.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Fournier.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And so Fournier nails both of them. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
And here we go. Fultz heading to the basket. Finished off the break. Fultz has got 9 points here in the second half.
That's just a good job of recognizing when you have a chance to get the steal. I mean, Fultz doing a nice job showing off his defensive prowess.
The Kings trail by 21. Fox with it. This is to Hield. Launches a 3. Here's Barnes. A beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Fultz to the middle. And it's Vucevic missing. And the Kings pushing it up now. 3-pointer Hield. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Magic leading by 19. Poked away, and the call will be against Fournier.
Evan Fournier.
That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Fox.
You know, the long arms of Vucevic is annoying to shooters, and he's putting his giant frame to good use.
Parker's checked in for Marvin Bagley.
Jabari Parker.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Volts kicks to Aminu. Down low, stolen by Len. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Parker's running.
Boy, for a big guy, Parker has excellent speed. He's got some great wheels on him, taking off like a runaway locomotive as he runs the floor in transition.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Aaron Gordon.
And his stat line reads a little like a point guard with all those assists. Such unselfish play, and he's been a great teammate here tonight. He understands he doesn't have to go it alone. He's got 4 of the guys out there to help him.
And they were in danger of losing back-to-back games before he stepped to the forefront here tonight. This was not a game he was going to let get away from him. Pass to Aminu. Fournier the bounce pass. Orlando moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. 16 points for Vucevic.
Boy, those finely tuned offensive skills possessed by Vucevic, punishing the defense, putting on a clinic.
Here's Barnes. Passes it to Fox. Pass to Parker. Gordon with the defensive effort. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Fultz the pass to Gordon. Here's Vucevic, covered by Parker. Right block shot, and Vucevic finishes inside. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Kings trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The kick out to Barnes. But they get it back. That shot off. And Orlando will come the other way. Inside, here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Fox passes to Len. He dishes it to Heel. And it's Parker in the corner. Floats one. That one's not going to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Land against Vucevic. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Aminu. The pass to Vucevic. Len grabs the board. And for Sacramento, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Hield kicks to Fox. Fultz brings the double team. Back to Hield. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. And the first one drops. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Harry Giles is checked in for Alex Len. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Jabari Parker. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Both free throws good from Heel. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Aaron Gordon.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
36 seconds left in the fourth. Ferrell passes to Bazemore. Just 4 to shoot. Bucket is good.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Orlando dictating the flow. Pass to Awundu. Back to Carter Williams. Passes it to Ennis. Here's Birch. Here's Isaac. Back to Ennis. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Nick, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We were really good on defense, and then once we get stops, we're very good on offense. We got some easy ones, and we just kept grinding, you know. We never let it back in the game, and it felt good to get this win tonight.
Great performance by you guys, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.